Jeff Hutt, 1306 8th Street, Lamar. I'd like to address the letter, Judge, that you had published in the paper this weekend. To the beginning, you have a sentence that says, we have relatively new residents who are sowing seeds of distrust. In some cases, this distrust is being fed by outright misinformation on their part. Mrs. Laubach, you have been a trusted source of information on the bonds. Have you ever witnessed the Aransas County Voter Coalition intentionally or maliciously spread false information?
No.
She can't repeat.
Okay. And on the contrary of this, sir, relatively new residents of seeds of distrust, for every caster line you have that signed the letter, we have a caster line. For every Mills you have that signed the letter, we have a Russell. For every Jackson that you have, we have a Dominguez. Secondly, you said, sir, that the elected officials in all our taxing entities have been characterized as untrustworthy and transparent. Sir, that is not true. We have a lot of respect for many of our elected leaders. We may not sometimes appreciate your judgment, but it's hard for you to say that it's false for us to claim that you're not being transparent when our requests for documents, public documents, are denied, when our county commissioner has to go through the GLO to receive records of grants. That is not transparent. Ronald Reagan said something. He said, trust but verify. I think this applies there. How can we trust you when you prevent us from verifying what you are saying by refusing to give us access to public documents? By definition, this makes you untrustworthy. This leads to your statement. I do not know of any local leader that does not have the best interest of our community at heart. How are we supposed to believe this when what they say cannot be verified? And when we raise questions to your hired consultants, they squirm to find answers like a preacher being caught in a brothel. I'd like to talk about the funding. On March 18th of this year, you told GLO the taxpayer share of the courthouse would be a little over $6 million. By August, that number grew to $17 million. What kind of good financial plan is this? The amount of money needed to be borrowed increased by 185%, and nobody bats an eye or says, hold your horses, we need to rethink this. Maybe we don't need private balconies, private showers, kitchenettes. Why do we need a clock tower in 2021? Come on, it's not 1879. We all got wristwatches, cell phones. How much is this clock tower going to cost? And finally, I'd like to conclude with, you have this statement that says, I am, however, witnessing not so subtle changes to the social fabric of our community. I would like to direct you to the long-term recovery plan, which y'all voted for in here. The plan itself calls for, it says, recovery is the process of restoring, rebuilding, and reshaping the physical, social, economic, and natural environment through pre-event planning and post-events actions. Sir, I lay that at y'all's feet. Y'all are the ones who are trying to change our community in a way, and you're not getting citizen input. All we have asked is, please give us the documents, let us know the facts. We as citizens can be trusted when we are informed. When we are not informed, we can't be trusted because we can't trust you. Thank you.